manage the global directory. So this is the problem statement where every chapter has the individual infrastructure and doesn't have a shared global infrastructure to manage everything. So what we did is we had a single repository. It's a global repository and it's a mono repository using TurboRepo. So this is the admin panel. So the admin can access everyone's chapter. So every chapter will be listed here, and they also have a general host directory along all chapters together from here. They can also manage event across chapters. They can manage their revenue and analytics across all chapters. Now we'll go ahead and create a chapter to see the workflow here. So for creating a chapter, we'll start here by entering the fields. We can start here by entering the values, name and details for the chapter. And once this is done, we can directly deploy the chapter here. Once the deployment is started, it automatically creates an deployment in GitHub Actions and automatically deploys the server in Cloud pages. So we can see here that the use case deploy started 3 seconds ago. So what will happen is we say this deployment will get queued. So what we do is we clone there is 2 layers of code here where the base template and a template on top of the for the chapter. So the template on top of it gets cloned and create a separate track for that each organization for each chapter. We also have set a custom domain which directs to my domain as of now, and the DNS setup is also done automatically. For the demo purposes, we already have an website deployed for UK here. We have India website deployed. So this is a simple website in Astro. There is no JavaScript in this. It's fully compiled using Astro to HTML and CSS for low latency purposes. Also, you can use we have code search here. You can use the natural language here to search coaches, and you have a list of coaches here. The next feature we have here is once we create a chapter, the admin automatically gets notification and the user account creates for the admin. So what we can do is we can log in using the admin's credential, and this is the portal for the admin. The admin can manage the content of the website without accessing the code. We have a lot of content which is there in the website. They can open a content, they can modify it. We have a generate option for that. They can update the content and save it will automatically get deployed. We also have an generic AI editor for this. What happens here is when you start a session, the GitHub action starts, the code gets pulled to a different branch. We have an AI editor waiting for the code, waiting to start. So once you give a prompt, for example, change the name or something, just do change, and if you send the prompt to it, GitHub action starts, puts the code, AI starts editing the code in the background. We can see the deployment status here. It will start building, running the script, it will start building, and once the build is done, you will have an preview URL here. You can review the URL, and then you can finally deploy it manually so that the AI changes to verification. Also, for clients also we have the same events here. Once they create for chapters we have events here. Once they create an event here, it can be public or private. The public events get displayed in the global section also. We also have options to enable add new testimonials, enable or disable the existing ones. The payment feature is also here. This is for individual chapters. They can manage their payment. We also have campaign options where they can create and send bulk emails to like newsletters. They can reach out to multiple people. And for coaches, here are the coaches in this organization. We can access their profile, update their information. We can also set it if their director should be publicly accessible. This enables SEO, and these coaches can be searched via Google also when this is enabled. This is
Do you guys have any questions? Yeah.
Is there a scope to customize for each chapter to decide to customize the website?
Yeah, the AI editor also, we can use AI editor and customize this. Also, there is the public repository, there is a separate section created for them. So once you refresh here, you may notice that 4 minutes ago the code was pulled here. So that was automatic. So the chapter UK code is added to the app. There is a separate, with the separate slug, they'll have a code base there. They can go edit it. People who are not technical can use the AI editor also. Also, the AI editor has restrictions. It can't change backend. It can't change any other accesses. They can only access their own repository. Can change only UI. So other than UI, if you want to change anything in code, they have to manually do for security.
Have you thought of anything from an accessibility perspective, like how you can?
Everything is accessible through keyboard. That is done, and also every image in the website. The accessibility, the admin panel doesn't have accessibility. The core usage of admin is for people who are technical. So the accessibility comes into play in the website which we deploy for chapters. The public usage is the public website. So all images here are they have. For blind people, they have content behind them. Also, fully is accessible to keyboard. We have national searches option. We have language option. So dynamically this moves. You can see here. So based on the location, the language updates dynamically. So everything is there.
Thank you.